Reacher Season 3's penultimate episode is shocking, but not as much as the cliffhanger that precedes the finale. Jack Reacher was on the verge of doing something out of character after being sidelined by federal law enforcement. While some viewers might criticize it as bad storytelling, considering Reacher's season-long arc, getting ready to shoot down Xavier Quinn in front of a phalanx of police officers is exactly what he would do. There are serious repercussions for the former US Army Special Investigator who commits cold-blooded murder in front of a group of ATF agents. He just doesn't give a damn. He believes that the satisfaction of killing the man who killed his first protégé outweighs the loss of his freedom. The episode provides Reacher with a means of escape, despite the fact that this decision is incredibly foolish. He is positioned to be a savior rather than a murderer. Viewers are shown a moment in Reacher's U.S. Army career prior to the establishment of his Special Investigators Unit in the 4th episode of Season 3. Even though he wanted to work alone, his commander put him in charge of a subordinate. Reacher was impressed by Dominique Cole, even though he was reluctant to assume command of another soldier. Her intuition and resourcefulness directly resulted in the collection of sufficient proof to apprehend Xavier Quinn for selling U.S. secrets. He sent her and a lower enlisted soldier to make the arrest and claim the credit because he trusted her abilities. He killed the soldier with Dominique, tortured her, and then killed her rather than arresting Quinn. Reacher therefore decided to execute Quinn on his own initiative, even lying to the police when they arrived on the scene. And it wasn't just rage either. Reacher felt bad because it was his responsibility as her commanding officer to support her and make sure she was successful. To be fair, he believed he was doing that. Quinn's career and reputation as an Army investigator would both benefit from Cole's arrest. Reacher brought along a tactical team to locate Cole at Quinn's house. Cole was intelligent and capable, but she lacked that same vision. But she didn't have the right to arrest Quinn without enough support. Her commander is solely to blame for either failing to adequately train her or, at the very least, failing to bring it up. Because of Reacher's failure and his personal feelings for her, Cole felt that his life was worth trading for the life of the man who killed her. Quinn fell off a cliff into freezing waters after Reacher shot him in the head. As improbable as it may seem, he survived thanks to a small caliber bullet and cold water. Instead of a nearly dead man washed up on the shore, the police were searching for a healthy fugitive because he had lied to them about shooting him. Reacher could have shot him and claimed self-defense, or he could have arrested him. Rather, he assisted Cole's murderer in avoiding capture. Quinn lived to murder again and abduct Richard Beck, cutting off his ear in the process. Reacher, who blamed himself for Quinn's harm to Richard, developed a fondness for him while working undercover. Reacher only brings his toothbrush, clothes on the back, and an ATM card when he travels across the nation. But when it comes to people, he is sentimental. Although he can't help Cole, Richard would know he's safe if he killed Quinn. Regardless of the ATF's directives, Reacher was ready to shoot Xavier Quinn at first sight with a sniper rifle he purchased at a pawn shop. The fact that Season 3's undercover placement of Reacher brought out his cunning is one of its many wonderful aspects. He couldn't solve his problems by punching. Reacher's intelligence is frequently mentioned by characters from earlier seasons. It seems out of character to do something as stupid as kill Quinn when ATF agents will either shoot him to death or at the very least, arrest him. However, fictional characters are representations of people, and emotions like guilt cause them to act irrationally. They are not equations to be solved. Simply put, Reacher is prepared to die or go to jail in order to make sure Quinn gets the punishment he deserved on the night he killed Cole. France Neagley was one of the special investigators that Reacher brought on board after Cole's passing. She was able to eliminate Quinn's hitmen because of the attention and instruction he provided her. It is evident from her appearance in each of the show's 3 seasons that Neagley is Reacher's most reliable ally. She informed him that before he called her, she had already left for Maine. Until Reacher makes his incredibly foolish choice, Neagley is always one step ahead. He calls Neagley to warn her that she might have problems because of Quinn's murder. It's possible that his affection for her will save Duffy, Villanueva, and the ATF agents' lives. Neagley took Quinn to Zachary Beck's mansion during the day while following her buyers. Reacher understands that the ATF agents will encounter more hitmen rather than Quinn and a group of terrorists. Reacher's rash plan puts him in a position to save lives rather than ruining his own. Reacher's unusual choice was the right one because of this development. It paves the way for heroics while also advancing his character's story arc. He may be able to provide the ATF agents with a fighting chance against this surprise attack from his sniper position. His unwavering dedication to bringing Quinn to death turns into both his greatest strength and weakness. Reacher is more akin to the Punisher, even though Alan Ritchson aspires to be the Batman of the DCU. The only outcome for his adversaries from Margrave, Georgia to New York City and now Maine is death. All of the issues he encounters in Season 3 stem from this impulse, which was present in him since Cole's murder. Furthermore, it's highly unlikely that she would want Quinn killed. According to Reacher, Cole did everything correctly, including abiding by the law. Completing the arrest she initiated would have been the most fitting way to pay tribute to her memory. Reacher ruined that by attempting to kill Quinn instead. Reacher feels obligated to others because he failed Cole. He was devastated to learn that Quinn had survived, which made him keep making mistakes. Reacher's vulnerability serves as the foundation for the entire season. Reacher has proven to be an effective and unrelenting force against corruption and murderers in earlier seasons. Quinn was the victim of this unwavering focus, and it nearly happened again. Without the betrayal, Reacher would have been imprisoned or killed by a barrage of ATF bullets. Reacher achieved the ideal balance between highlighting the character's primary weakness and providing a means of escaping an unfeasible circumstance and continuing to live.